some motivation. Yeah. All right, talk about it. You know your mama gonna
Oh,
watch it, so
yeah.
come on. Come on.
You this is
Yep.
some
Come on,
guy's
mama.
birthday, and they're not necessarily things that I think about being recorded, but it's not bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyhow, no, I really enjoyed having Sterling on the last call.
Yeah.
I think it was really nice, like and motivational, I think, to see,
Yeah.
like, to hear from a kid, like, their perspective, like,
Yes.
um a young man, I guess. I don't know, kid, whatever. Um, and I was just thinking about, like, when I was younger, I kind of had this, like I was sometimes with my best friend when we were like going for walks and stuff, I was like, we would be a funny reality TV show,
Hmm.
like I wish that cameras like followed us around or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like I'm only hilarious to myself.
No, you hilarious.
Are hilarious.
Hey.
But I think it's important to be your own biggest fan, and
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
But now I think about it, and now I kind of do that, like with like my lives sometimes on TikTok, like where it's like I'm literally just doing normal everyday things like cooking or whatever,
Hmm.
and I'm talking and people are watching. And so like I'm kind of doing what I had thought about as a kid.
Wow.
A little bit, like not to the extent like, like where I'm being recorded every single moment of my life, but like
Yeah.
and there are people that do a lot of that,
Yeah.
and so you just think about it and it's interesting to think about like that kind of thing. I don't,
Absolutely.
but there you go.
No, you're right. Taking it as it is and making something out of it, running towards it, trying it, right? Like all of those different things are things that Sterling is doing. And to
Yeah.
be, like to be quite honest, I'm becoming, I would say, the person. And in many ways, I would say I've become the person that I wish I had growing up. Like I wish I kind of, that person I would tell you to try this. Hey, try that. Hey, forget about what people think.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think everybody wants that, but
Hmm.
we succumb to the pressure of high school.
Yeah. Well,
To
like expectations that like somebody has on you or you think somebody has on you, right?
yeah, yeah,
Like whether they do or don't, they could
right.
not. Um, the expectations of um
Hello.
hello.
Hola.
Hola. The expectation that
Yeah,
people have, um and then you can fall into
yep,
that trap.
yeah. E.
I
Hola. Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, Kay was just saying or talking about like succumbing to the expectations of others, essentially, and like seeing Sterling, we've got gained so much motivation from that, like because it's just like, man, this kid has. You can tell he don't really care about it. He's like he gonna do what he want. He's thinking he's in his own bubble,
Mhm.
but
I
he gotta stay there.
love.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta stay in that bubble. Like, don't be swayed. I
You
was.
gave,
Go ahead.
you gave him some real good motivational words, so thank you for that.
No, you gotta thank me. Thank him. Tell him I said thank you.
I mean, I think like the more people you have speaking to you like that and like
Mhm.
encouraging you, the better.
Yeah,
I think it was good. Thank
I
you.
agree. I agree. No, 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 absolutely. Like that's so important to me. Um, I've I'm gonna soon be working with a lot of kids. Um, my old manager, she asked me to run a STEM. I majored in computer science, And so like, yeah, she like, I had this old engineering intern that I did, and like essentially she came back to me and was like, hey, I want to run this after school program where like, you know, I have a whole bunch of different um schools that I'm reaching out to. So I think she like went to like the board conference, and she petitioned her program, which is going to be like across a bunch of different schools now. And she was like, Trey, I want you to manage it. I was like, what? So like that I just got that proposal like what, maybe 2 weeks ago. And I was like, man, I'm trying to build my own stuff. And I told her that, but she also knows that. And so kind of like how you are with Sterling, that's how she was with me. Right. Like I was very young. Well, I mean, wasn't very young, but this was in 2017. And, you know, my mom was just like, go to college. My mom was this mom that's most typical Black mom. So I like this. But they want their sons because, you know, that typical Black story of, you know, father's not there, that whole aspect and all that type of stuff. Black moms can be hard on their sons. And I can speak as one. And it's just like they want you, they want the best for you, but they over push what they want. And it's like, you know, no, you gotta, I want you to be this, I want you to be that. And so give me 1 second now. Actually, okay, hold on 1 second. Wait, can I give you the money? Can I just give you the money? I'm on the call. I'm on my calls. Sorry. All right, y'all. But yeah, I like her wanting that aspect of it. I think it's a admirable thing when a mother or parents want you to do something. I think, and especially something that's good, but I think where it becomes not admirable, 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 that word, where it becomes not that is when they want you to do it, and through they want to do it through you. When they're like, I want you to live it out. Like that's like, you know, and that was me. Like I didn't like computer science. I didn't really like coding. I don't like all that stuff. I know how to do it. I've done it. But it's like I didn't like it. And it's like, you know, they're looking at the money, they're looking at this and that. And like I say, for Black moms, I think it can be very, they can be very susceptible to that. Um, and so for me, um, it became a thank you. I will. I'll text you. E. Um, it was just a level of just having to unwire myself and teach myself that wasn't what I wanted. And if Sterling doesn't catch that, and if I'm not sure how his mom is, or if he has people around him that does that, or has done that, or will do that, then he can fall susceptible to that, and that can really mess him up. That can mess up a football player, a potential. That can mess up a potential NFL player. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that can mess up a potential track star. That can mess up a potential um, Usain Bolt. You know, like it can mess up a person like that. And so for me, I had to fight against that because I had not only my mom, there was men who looked at me as like sons, like their son. They were like the son they never had, and they were just all pointing to me, giving me money for college, everything. Like, and so you become this. They're giving me money, they're supporting me. I kind of have to do this, and it's like, and then you make it through 6 freaking years of computer science, and it's like that's no easy major. That's a very tedious major. Um, and to go through something so tedious and not love it, mm-hmm. It's like freaking hell. And so for me, COVID was just a moment of like not rebellion but rebellion. It was a moment of like middle finger in the air, like nah, I'm dead serious. It was just like, and they all felt it. Everybody that was with me on it and it was like supporting me and stuff, they all felt it. And some of them even probably felt backstabbed. I don't know. But it was a no for me. And so when I see Sterling, like long story short, when I see Sterling, I'm just like, man, I don't want him to fall into that. So I think that's really awesome. And the woman I mentioned in regards to the school thing, she, she was very much so like that. And so I think she sees that managerial aspect in me and she wanted me to take on that role. So yeah, maybe coming to you for a few tips, but
I love
yeah.
it. I'm so excited for you.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be working with little kids. So Sterling is kind of cool. It's cool to see that because I'm gonna be working with that. And I'm like, man, like I'll be able to pour into them, even if STEM isn't what they want, you know? So
That's awesome. I love that.
You're
yeah.
perfect for that. Like
You
You
think,
really are.
hey, we'll see. We'll see,
And
No, it's because I think it's because you have the mentality of doing what you want, right?
Yeah.
And like pursuing your passions, like
Yeah.
pouring that into the kids is
Yeah.
important.
Yeah.
Um and hopefully they are enjoying what they are, but like at the same time, like you have a story of like, even building this,
Yeah.
you know?
Mm-hmm. Bro.
really,
Exactly.
one person can make such a big impact for
Exactly.
so like it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for you.
No, that's so, and those words mean so much. And she means so much, like when you have someone that tells you, hey, I think you can do this, again, she's taking me out of my comfort zone in a way I never really kind of been before. It's one thing to do this and create your own stuff. It's another thing for somebody to say, hey, I want you to manage my stuff,
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
that pressure, that sense of pressure, Kay, you probably feel it to a degree in certain aspects of
Yeah.
like certain things I may say or have you do, it's like,
Well, definitely in a sense because like you do give me some free range with stuff, but also at the same time it's like I want to make sure that I'm doing what you want your brand to be, not what I think. Like, like I'll submit ideas,
yeah,
like obviously whatever you want to take a part of, then you take it. But I'm not like do
but then
do
I want you to be you, right? Like it's like, yeah, but I still want you to be you in it. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, I get exactly what you're saying. It's a when someone sees you and sees the gifts you have, that says a lot, and that means a lot,
Mhm.
you know.
Also, when somebody sees you in a role or a way you don't see yourself, but they see it for you as well, like that's big.
That's big. That's big. No, that is big. That's huge. Like, I agree. That's very big. And and the thing about it too is like for her, even with that internship and stuff, right? Like all that freaking engineering internship and all that stuff. Like I didn't really want that, but she knew that, and she would always say, even within the intern, she was just like, Trey, you got it. You just don't know it yet. She would say that stuff, and she wasn't talking about, the like specifically computer science, the engineering stuff. She was talking about the leadership, the character, and
Yeah.
so that's the cool part. Going back to what you. So that's what I'm saying. You play a huge role because he's going to remember that, and that's going to be something he carries for real. So like, hold on. I'm so serious because she means a lot to me, and so I'm just like, man, I can only imagine what he's feeling for real. Do not like your words matter. And you could really you could do a lot of good or a lot of damage. But I would say definitely pour into him. So even if you ever did say something, let's say one day you had a bad day and you did say, like, pour into him to the point to where he knows I don't even have to, like, even if she says something, I won't listen. Because she has told me not to listen. She's built me on this. Keep going. Yeah.
Good words.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. Because all these people, you know, they did that for me, including people I haven't known, like Gary V. you know. So yeah, like he's the type of dude that says "f your grandma." That's crazy. No, it's like what the heck? He's like "f your parents," "f," you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. And
That
he goes after the grandmas because he's like, nah, they're the ones that effed up your parents. He's like, man, I hate how many people give their grandmas a freaking pass or their grandparents. He's like, y'all don't realize your parents have been raised by them. And like we just give them, oh hey grandma, hey, grandma, nah, you know, like grandma got a lot of new things she need to work on. Seriously, for real.
it's true. Yeah.
Oh my
There's
goodness.
that's a good point.
But I ain't gonna say F my grandma, but yeah.
Right.
But go ahead, Kay. I'm sorry.
No, but it's a point because we don't know like how just like we were raised by our kids. If I have a kid, you're gonna get a different version of my parent because it's a different relationship than I had, and that's the kind of the thing behind it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, because the roles are different.
Yeah.
Um, but there is a point like, and there's a point to be made of like, um, and we were kind of having, I mean, I've been on Poshmark today too, like in shows and stuff. And there was a point where we even talked about, like kids and mental health and how like, she was describing how her son was being bullied,
Yeah.
and just like how she was raised in a place where you come home and you're supposed to like kind of shut off your feeling, like not like show your feelings or whatever. That's kind of how like, but she's like I'm not like that, like with my son, like so like I want him to tell me stuff. I'm his safe I'm his safe place,
Yeah.
and like, and so they're getting help and stuff, and that's good, but
Yeah.
it's like there can be like culture things, and unless you decide to change it,
Hmm.
not gonna be changed.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And that's why as like a black man, you know, I think I can speak on that aspect of it, and you can also speak on the aspect of like, how a lot of people oftentimes try to talk about black men and us being in a deficit. I mean, I don't really subscribe to that either. If someone else made it out of it, you can too. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people will try to use that aspect of it as like a, a disadvantage, but I think a deficit it gives you more of an advantage because it builds you. You become um more adversity when you're met with adversity, I think early to a certain degree, albeit racism, albeit um lack of parents, and that can be for any race, right? Not just a black person. We've talked, right? Like when you're met with adversity at a young age, I think that it builds in you a sense of character that a lot of people don't have. A lot of people do not have. And a lot of people get coddled. And when you're coddled at a young age, it actually puts you at a really big disadvantage, And so I think it's very interesting how life teaches you, but I think life is a great teacher in it, you know? But yeah, like all this is literally being conjured. This whole conversation is literally being conjured based off Sterling. That's the dope part about this. Seriously, like it's like someone with such joy and bubbly and ambitions and words of just like, man, I remember being like that, you know?
He probably would have liked to stay for this call, but he was worried there'd be crying and he didn't want to be
Ah,
in this.
Oh
So
yeah, well yeah, that's what. Yeah, you always say somebody's gonna cry in these calls. You do always say that. So
I
I
mean,
think
I pretty much always do. So
yeah, yeah. Yo, I was about to say, look, it ain't me saying, it's just me telling the truth. Look, look, ain't no profit. It's just happening.
No, that's what you say. You do sometimes like start out though, like we're gonna make somebody cry today.
Nah,
Like
look.
your goal. It is like your goal.
Nah, don't blame it on me. Nah, look. He ain't crying because I said she gonna cry. He crying because she crying.
Yeah, I mean, you
True.
don't make
It's
me
true.
cry. I'm a crier, but like, I think that's the goal. Like,
It's it's definitely the goal, but I mean, I'm just
so that's what I said to him. I was like, we never know what we're going to talk about first, and it might be different if you're there. But I said, like, sometimes someone might cry, and he's like, I'm sure it's you.
I was about to say someone.
He knows I'm a crier.
Someone might cry. Man, there's only one person crying.
I've cried before too. I don't know if it was this call or I know I've cried in other calls. I've definitely cried in the poetry call.
Okay, you ain't crying like E. Nah, you ain't crying. Ain't nobody crying like E. It's a competition. No.
It's a competition. I didn't realize.
you got you gotta give us a little bit more. Look, you gotta give us a little bit more, okay?
I gotta give a little more.
Right. We got to feel a little snot right now. Look, Eden had it all. No.
I mean, that's true.
Have I? No, I think I ugly cried once. I think that was in poetry.
Oh yeah, you did. In
I
14
did. I
days.
just cried in poetry.
Yeah.
So.
Now, C actually got you on the porch, but she didn't cry. Yeah,
She got me. She got me to ugly cry over there.
Mm.
I was like, dang. But it was a good poem. Sorry, we did get a little sidetracked there, but it was fun.
No, that's good. Why? I got a question for you though, E. Did you tell him to leave because of the crying, or did he say he just doesn't want to?
Well, I told him like the 3 calls I do, and we just talked a little bit about the car, and I said that no matter what, like we never know, except for the art call, like that he'd get a chance. So he was down with that. Obviously, he loves sports, so
yeah,
down with that. And so I was just saying, like, I can't tell you what we're going to talk about because we never know ahead of time, but it's more serious, but we still laugh and whatever. And then I said the thing about crying. So he's like, yeah, I think I'll just go watch some football or something while you're doing that one. So that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So I guess my question for you would be, you're not afraid to show that emotion to him?
No, like every person in my life knows that I cry. Like I cry when I'm happy, when I'm excited, when I'm proud. Mostly they see me cry because I'm proud of them, like in a moment or whatever. So no, they tease me about it. We laugh. It's good.
That's good. That's awesome because that's going to teach him. Yeah, like that means a lot. Like for real, when because you're showing him, and I could actually see that in him, which is why I'm saying that because I could see that he was okay being emotional with you, and I think that's important, right? And I'm not even just saying that as a man and men not expressing stuff. But I'm saying that as a human being. I think humans should be able to cry next to you know what I'm saying, or at least to show some level of emotion. And he didn't seem like a boy that didn't show it. He didn't seem like a boy that's just like a future school shooter. He didn't look like that. Like he looked like a boy that was like, okay, he will cry. He will express. I think those school shooters don't. They, you know what I'm saying? I think they're in the room. No, mom. And it's like, what the heck? Like, bro, show emotion. It's okay. And oftentimes a lot of that comes from the parents' faults, like you didn't teach them how to be emotional.
And society too, like the expectations of women and men are so different.
It is both. I do think it is important. I think to show that emotions are good. And that it's good to be able to express them and in healthy ways and in different ways. This kind of did remind me of like what C had said in the poetry with the Charles Bukowski, how the mom put up like when she was being abused on the mask of the smile, and then she taught she basically taught her son or to mask
smile,
in the midst of the pain or whatever and not really express
Yep.
the real emotion behind it and putting on that mask. And so I think, yeah, it's super important to
Yeah.
be able to teach young people, you know, boys and girls, that it's okay to have different emotions. And even like with, I feel like as a girl, I wasn't allowed to express anger.
Wow.
At least that's how I felt, because it was like a bad emotion kind of thing.
Wow.
And so
That's
being
crazy.
angry wasn't
Yeah.
like and being like, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't one that I was able to, I don't think I had to learn how to properly express it and to like actually allow myself to be angry sometimes.
Yeah.
And yeah. And I think sometimes for men, like being sad and crying is one that's not, being angry is okay, but crying isn't.
Right. Like we'd rather see you be angry than cry.
Yeah.
Vulnerable.
That's
And
crazy.
for a woman, it's the opposite. We'd rather see you cry than be angry.
And that stays with you. Like,
Yeah.
and yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. No, you're right. And I think even crazier than that is like the fact of how important or how much your environment and the people around you play a part in that. Because I don't know that at all. I don't know, like when men talk about how men are like not encouraged to be, I don't know that at all. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm so serious. I don't understand that. Obviously I don't take that perspective and be like, oh, you're lying. What are you doing? Like, because everyone's different. Everyone grows differently in different environments. But my
Yeah.
environment was never that. It was, my environment was like my mom just now. Like the reason y'all heard me talking to her was I want you to come eat with me. Like I wanted you to come. And so she was pulling me to come. And I'm like, well, last time I left it off on K and I didn't even come to my calls. And I'm like, well, I'm growing this. So there's a level of responsibility I have to kind of be here with, but I get it too. I also want that time with her and we get it. Like, that's not to say we don't. We definitely, I love them. We definitely get that time. But there's moments where in responsibility and what you have, you sometimes have to say, well, I can't this time. But I'll buy you food. So, it's like, all right, I'll do something like that. But,
Yeah.
like she was pulling for that. And that's my life. It's been that all my, like, just a mom who just wants time and who wants you to share and who wants you to pour emotionally out. And so I don't understand that when people will say that for about men. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, that's horrible. Like, who grew up with that? But then as you get to know people, you realize not everyone had that. Not everyone has what you had, or not one has. And so it's very, again, going back to your position, going back to your position 2K, like I'm pretty sure you have people that your niece, right?
Yeah.
Like even her, like I'm
Yeah.
sure I'm sure you just holding her and saying the things you said to her, and just, that probably sticks psychologically with a baby,
Right.
So I literally know some people who say that they can remember hearing their mom in their belly, like hearing the things they would say. I've had some people say that, you know.
I mean, as a daycare teacher, when I worked in the baby room, it was like we would speak. I'm gonna want to speak like positive things. One of the things that like they reiterated with us too is like, I mean, it was one of the rules on the of the thing was not to say the word no basically to the kids. But it's
Mm.
because like the and now this is not to say you can't say no to a kid, but like they just wanted us
Right. Like, yeah.
they wanted us to work like instead of saying no running, because like a kid will hear the last, like basically they hear the last thing you say is like running instead of the no. We would say walking feet, please use your walking
Mm.
feet, like so that they hear that instead of saying no
Wow.
walking, we say use your walking feet.
Mm-hmm.
Or like yeah, this stuff like that. Uh,
Wow.
you try to just like spin it in a more positive light.
Mm-hmm.
so that and then also we had to, like, when talking to the parents, telling them like it was like a sandwich thing of like a
Mhm.
positive thing,
Mhm.
little negative about what happened if there was a negative thing.
Mhm.
Then another positive about like your child. Like if the child was climbing over all the things, man, I think your child is gonna be a rock climber. Or they're super adventurous. Okay?
I cannot.
My goodness, look at they're so adventurous, which is probably true. They
Pouring
got
into them, yeah.
not scared of nothing. But we did have a fall today because they decided to climb.
Hmm.
You know, something like that.
Yeah.
They're living their dream of
Yeah.
Yes. And giving me anxiety.
I'm giving you anxiety. And that's the head waving thing that I was saying about Sterling. Like it's going to come with it, right? That oh my goodness, what am I going to do with you? But it should be a good thing, of course. It should, definitely want to be no gang and nothing like that. But it's just like you jumping out and taking leaps and bounds that sometimes parents are just like, I can't. I want to protect them. I want to do this. And that was my mom. Like she all just like almost nothing. I'm just like, oh, like let me do this. She didn't want me cutting my own hair. Like I literally remember when she didn't want. It was just like, what are you doing? And I literally remember moments where she would look at me and just be like, and I kept cutting. And I just like, no, So that's why you have to have that tenacity to even be like, no. And then you get to the point where people are paying you to cut. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you know, you get to the point where you're taking your do rag off, and you got girls. They like, hey, I had all that. Like seriously, like with the waves and stuff. Like, but you think about that, and it's like, man,
Not the waves.
Yep. Yeah, even the way, like
I know.
I was a big
They
wave
love the
dude.
waves.
And that was a whole thing. Like, yeah. And but you realize that, yeah, like in order to find that thing that you are supposed to do, should do, love to do, you're gonna have to sometimes rail against the people you love the most. And they may have good intentions for you. It's just that they they themselves have in many ways succumbed to the things that other people have put in them. But I've heard from Gary Vee, he says it's interesting when you make it, when you get to that point, not really a make it because the process is making it. I think that's the joy, the reward is in the process. But when you make it, he said that they end up saying, you end up realize they'll end up saying, your parents and stuff will end up saying, I always knew. It's just like, what the, like, yeah.
You're like, for real?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
You agree with that? He's
Yes.
like, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's the funniest thing that ever happens.
Yeah. It's like really, you know. But talk about it from your perspective, right? You ain't gotta go that deep. But I'm saying, like, just me from knowing you. Talk about it even from your perspective, the deficit you were in, and how that made you how you are today. And then, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, a lot. I think when we were talking one day, you had mentioned that you became, even though you had people who loved you and supported you, became like who you needed when you were that age, right? And we hear about that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's not intentional, right? But my friend Amy said that to me one time. I hadn't ever thought about it, but she said, like, do you realize that you've become for all these young people in your life like who you didn't have but needed when you were growing up? Which, I mean, that was kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just like, how much I love all my family and all these young people in my life. Like, they're the best part of my life is the relationships I value the
Yeah.
most. And I don't know, it's just like the greatest honor of my life to have all of these young kids and young adults like trust me and know that I'm going to support them in what they want to do no matter what. no matter what's going on at home, no matter what their parents are saying to them or whatever, like that doesn't matter, right? And
Exactly.
as long as they believe it in themselves, because not everybody has even one other person that will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if I answered your question. My brain is spinning. It's just a lot. Like,
No, you're answering my question plus more. I do want to know what you're thinking in this moment because all of our experiences are different. Kay's is different from mine, even though she had her mother and a father. I just have a mother, you know. In your case, you had yours. Like you had your situation. Like we're all different. But I can say everyone in this group has a love and character that is beyond description. Like y'all are amazing people. And so it's just like, oh, okay, how do we all come from different situations and still have these characteristics that are very similar?
it shows there's not just one way to get it, right?
Exactly.
And what you take from your experiences, it matters.
Yeah.
That's just, yeah, that's, I think, what it is.
Yep. No, that's perfect. That's perfect. What are some things that Sterling has said to you that you found hard to answer? I'm going back to him because he's kind of the subject of tonight. I'm just curious.
It's
Yeah.
kind of a loaded question.
Yeah.
Honestly, like,
and it doesn't have to be like, and I guess for me, maybe what I'm reaching at more so is like where you had to kind of reflect back on your own childhood and go like, wow, I actually didn't think of that, or I actually didn't realize that.
you know, that kid is really smart. Like he's 8, but he's just been smart, like just so like such a deep thinker and a processor, like life. And he just like he'll just come. I can't think of anything right now that I feel like I could share, but he
What do
just
you admire about him? Because I could tell with the way you look at him is with admiration. Like, and he sees it. He sees it.
I mean, he's just like the coolest. Like he's so sweet. You know, he doesn't like me saying this, but he's like a little lover boy. He likes it when girls say it, but he doesn't like it when his godmother says it, you know. He likes to be known as a lover boy at school, but he is like like Bruno Mars talking to the movie for high school, like that, you know. He's just so sweet, and he just says like the sweetest things. The last time he was with me, I think I shared this with you already. He said to me, I want to tell you 2 things, and I need you to think about them every day until we see each other again. And so the first one, do you remember this? The first one was he told me that he loves my heart. My heart is his favorite thing about me.
Aww.
It was so sweet. And then he told me that I have aim like John Wick, but I didn't know who John Wick was. So it's like 2 complete different, like one's real sweet, and the other one's an assassin. Like you just never know what to expect. He's just, and he's so creative and just so smart, but also like he's really firm in the things he believes in. So like he does believe in himself very much. And he knows that what he wants, he can get.
Yeah. Wow.
So like I think someone could try to tell him he can't. He's hard on himself already. Like too hard on himself, I think, but he really believes in himself. He's curious. He wants to learn. You know, he's just he's really just amazing. He's just a little sweetie, and he's the youngest. He's got 4 older siblings, and you know it's and there's a pretty big age gap between. He's 8, and his oldest sister is 23, and you know 22 and down. So that's a big age gap.
Yeah, that's huge. Wow,
that's a lot. But yeah, he's amazing. I don't know.
Yeah. That and Kay, you can jump in here too. I know you're quiet. I don't want to like overtalk everybody, but yeah.
You know I enjoy listening too. And I pop in when I want to.
You over there doing Poshmark. Look, I said, look.
Yeah, doing Poshmark. I'm multitasking. Trey?
I just saw like 5 boxes. So look, come on.
Good for you, Kay.
No, sure.
So yeah, I have a box right here. I did so.
Let's
I
go.
had a good show yesterday. It was great.
And I got your text too.
Okay.
I'll text you. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
She's
felt
forcing me to
that
buy
is
stuff
not
from her, guys.
true.
No,
That is not true. Let me
I'm playing. I'm
you want
completely.
me? I will pull up the text.
I'm playing. I'm
I will
playing.
show it. I will show it.
You are hilarious. No, I'm playing. I'm completely playing. No, I told her I wanted to buy something from her, and I was like, "Catch me on when I get paid, because my money go fast." So yeah, no, I'm glad you text me. Yeah. So just remind me, like, but yeah, I definitely want to get something. Yeah.
Hey. And I'm making hearts right now, Trey.
All right. Hey, I think I made one of them Halloween bags, but I think all that was
Halloween.
Was that like lip gloss and stuff too?
No, there's no lip gloss.
Oh, I was like, I don't want no lip gloss now.
It's a chapstick. Like, so it doesn't have flavor.
Oh, okay. Chapstick, okay. I know I saw someone with lip. I was like, I want my lips glittering, or
I mean, there's a lip mask if you want it.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
I can benefit from a lip mask, Trey. That's not.
Wait, how about I buy it and then you send it to E?
I could also do that.
Let's do that. Yeah. Double support. Let's do it.
Yeah.
That works for whatever you want to do.
I'm not using no lip mask. I'm not doing that.
No,
So
I also have eye masks. You can
I'm not using that. I don't. I'm sorry.
Hey, you don't want bags under your eyes?
I don't. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I can't.
Hey, working with kids, you cannot pop up with bags under your eyes, because one thing kids are going to do is tell you about yourself.
Yeah.
And I worked with kids, and they were like, because I actually have on my teeth from when I was growing up, like I got a fever when my 2 front teeth were coming in, so I have spots on my teeth. Like they're like it's like discolored, but it's like permanently like that. Because when I had a fever while they were growing in, it just came like that. So what? Like, do you brush your teeth? And I was like, yes.
Yo, that's messed up. The kids?
Yeah. And they're like, why is it discolored? I said, well, I had a fever when I was a child. This is just how it is. I don't know what to say, but they'll humble you real quick.
Yeah, I mean, like, Sterling is the sweetest. Like, he's my #1 fan, but he will roast the F out of me at the drop of a hat. So
I cannot. What the heck? Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that.
I mean, it's fun. It's fun, and you can give it back to them. Well, depending on you can give it back to them if they're roasting you. Like, and they love that, right? But
yeah,
I'm just saying, don't pop up with any bags. You might want that eye mask. That's all.
No.
Yeah, and it comes. I mean, it comes with a face mask too, and a bath bomb and a shower steamer. They're really great.
No, like I said, send it to E, because I wanted to get something for E too. So yeah.
Make sure that hairline is crispy too, because they love to talk about.
Oh my goodness!
It's not a joke.
No, it's not. You're exactly right. Yeah.
I love this for you. I'm so excited for you and for the kids. That's amazing.
Yeah. It's. I don't know how this is gonna go. I don't know. Like, I don't know, but it is what it is, and yeah.
I want to hear more about it, but I don't.
Yeah, no. It's it's definitely her stuff. So I am trying to.
Yeah.
A little bit. I actually forgot I was recording. Dang.
Sorry.
No. It's fine. I chose to share it. I just don't know to what extent.
Edit.
Yeah. But it was pretty general too.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't really say. Yeah, I didn't really say too much. Okay.
No, I agree. I have more specific questions, so that's why I said.
I got you. Yeah, you may have even probably heard of her or something. Like, she's a pretty active woman. Yeah, she's a lot like you. Like I say, like, I think she's like you when it comes to Sterling. She was that way for me, and she calls me her son and all that. So it's just like, she just developed that fondness for me. Yeah. So she's like, I'm not trying to take you from mom, but you're my son too. I was like, hey.
You can't have too much love for really people that
exactly
love you and care for you and support you. And there's no such thing as too much of that.
Yeah. Some people I've cut off because I just like I stopped talking to because I didn't want to disappoint them like that. And so I kind of have to like reach back out, but I'm just like, man, I got a lot of that, like a lot of people like that have seen me as a son or like a son that they never had. And it's just like, yeah. When I was going through my stage, I just kind of stopped talking to them. Yeah. But it could suck, right? Because it's like, man, I just didn't know how to tell you how I didn't want to do this or how I wanted to do it my way. And yeah,
But look at you now. And so when you go back, you can,
yeah,
you know,
yeah, I know. It's just, yeah, it's something I still struggle with. Candor. I still struggle with candor.
Well, and I think also, I mean, I get it. I do get it. Like when there can be people, and there's like I think there's two different types of people with that. Like where it's like you feel like you're gonna disappoint them and you don't want to disappoint them, so
Yeah,
that stuff up. And I get it because, like, I don't know, even going to a family reunion sometimes it's like you're like, man, they're gonna ask me about what I'm doing or this and that after you know
yeah.
stuff
Hmm.
that has happened in my life or
Hmm.
whatever and this and so you're like, I don't want this to come up because I don't want them to judge me or I don't want them to be disappointed
Mm,
or I don't want this. And at the end of the day, sometimes you have to think about, it's like if you're proud of where you're at,
yeah,
like just own it and just be like, you know what, I made this decision for myself. It might not have been something that you would have done, but that's okay. Like there's nothing wrong with it. And there's
yep,
two different types of reactions. There'll be the ones where the person might be might be disappointed, or they might be the person that's like, you know, might talk behind your back and be like, I can't believe they did that or whatever, and like all this stuff. And then there's gonna be the person that's like just proud of you because of who you are and like because of the
yeah.
love that they have for you. And they're
Mm,
like, I just hope that you succeed in whatever you do. And like you were worried about that person being disappointed in you when they're like, I just want you to be happy, you know?
yeah, that's true.
So until you have that conversation with people, you're not gonna know who they are
Yeah,
either.
yeah. No, you're right. Exactly right. Yep. Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
get
Yeah. Yeah. Candor's hard.
I mean, part of the reason I even like moved away after my divorce was just because I didn't want to be with people that knew me when I was married at the
Yep.
time, you know?
Hmm. Yeah.
that might have been a good decision. You shouldn't even-
Right.
I will tell you that it came with its own challenges. I will say that it came with its own
Mm,
challenges. So I'm
yeah.
not, it wasn't like perfect. It wasn't the perfect decision. And then also, but then I also had some of those moments with people where it was like, you know, it's like after I told them about what happened,
Mm,
like or my divorce, or just that I got divorced in general, even if I didn't say everything, you know,
yeah.
it was like, it might have not have been something that they would have approved of, but they're like, I'm happy, like, I just want what's best for you. It's like, at the end of the day, that's what they said. And so, like, until I had the conversation with them or until I talked to them, I didn't know how they felt, you know?
Mm, that's true.
So interesting to me still that like people feel like they need to have an opinion on other grown people's lives. So
Yeah,
weird.
true.
Yeah.
I feel like it is human nature, though.
Yeah, I mean, we have opinions, right? But like you can just keep it to yourself, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
and that's why you have to realize too that sometimes it's because of how they were raised,
Mhm.
and then sometimes it's just love, right? It's like I love
Yeah,
you, so I want the
right.
best for you, but your best is not everyone's best, right? Your best is subjective.
Yeah.
Right. So like that's the thing I struggle with. Like why do they think they know what's the best for you and you don't? I guess that's I don't know.
Hmm.
One's different, you know.
Hmm.
Mhm.
And we talked about this before, like you were raised that way, that like
Mm-hmm.
I can't accept that ever under any circumstances. No.
Mm-hmm.
When you're
Yeah,
an adult, like you're responsible for, you can't choose what happened to you,
Yeah.
but like at some point you have to choose like
that's true too.
deal with it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a point where you have to take responsibility for how you're responding to things. Regardless of, what happened in the past and those
Mhm.
things. Doesn't mean
Not that it's your fault, right? But
Right.
like
Yeah,
you can't change it. You're here now.
exactly.
Sorry, Kate, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh no, no. That's good. I mean, that's exactly it.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I told you. That's why I wanted to hear from you, E, because yeah, your your story, I think, hushes a lot of people. It tells them to shut up. Like it's almost like I hear what you're saying. And again, everyone's story and stuff. What happened to you? That it matters. I'm not saying it doesn't,
Right. Of course.
but there also comes a point. There has to come a point where you go, okay, but what am I going? Am I going? But am I going to keep? Like, am I going to continue? Am I going to just stay here? Like, it has to be that moment.
You can't let other people choose how the rest of your life goes, right? Like, why would we want to do that? It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I agree. Accountability.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Are you holding yourself accountable, or are you going to keep pointing fingers? Some people decide to point fingers until they're in the casket,
Right.
until they're dead, right? And then some people decide, okay, actually, this is all on me. What am I going to do about this? And you see it's those people, it's that perspective that changes, that breaks generational curses. Yeah. You
Absolutely.
start you start to break curses, and that's the best thing you could do. Because now your kids are starting to take from what you're doing. Now your grandchildren, now others people's children are taking from you. Now you impacting more than just your own blood. Like it's like that. Now that's what. Now we're talking impact.
And that's what you
Yeah.
have the opportunity to do. We all have that opportunity every day, really. And you do that already, but then like
Mm.
that in this role you're going into. And that's not like
Yeah. I didn't. Yeah.
you don't set out to do that. That's not the goal. It's just something that happens naturally because you don't know how you are impacting that kid that you're interacting with or that human that you're
That kid.
interacting with. And like, yeah, it's a lot of
That's.
times it's the smallest things that you wouldn't think are like that meaningful, right? But they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that's good. Yeah. 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 So it's yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. You
That's
know, I'm excited for that and just anything else that comes with any of it. Yeah, we're here for a long time, but not a long time. And like while we're here, why not have that, leave that print, that somebody else can carry that torch, that light. And um yeah, I think and again, I think at the end of the day, you really don't even have a choice. I think you don't have a choice in whether or not you leave a print, whether or not you leave an impact on someone, because you will. As long as you're in this world, you're going to leave an impact, whether that's someone seeing you, someone watching you, someone hearing something you said. Something very interesting happened at work today, um, where I had a customer that called in, and I was speaking with her, and the call got to the point to where my team lead had to come in, jump in, and then she requested a supervisor, and she requested the person over the supervisor. Like she was really just like frustrated over the situation. But with me, she showed kindness still. And what I noticed was like I think she could sense I really cared.
Mm-hmm.
I really cared, and I really wanted to fix the issue.
Mm-hmm.
And I think her sensing that made her feel, made her calm down and subside in the frustration. And then when someone else jumped in the call, I'm not gonna say names, but I think that she kind of would feel, you're just trying to get me off. And when a person really can tell that you care, that you're willing to fight for them, you're willing to go the mile, and it's like, I'm trying, like, you'll be surprised how much of an impact that has on a person. Today I learned that,
Yeah.
you gain a lot of, you can gain loyalty, you can gain a friendship, you can gain a wife, a husband from those things. when there's character, and I think that was a really good example of just how, people say that kindness is weakness, but I think they mistaken that strength, where it's like, man, you have no idea how strong that is. Yeah.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm. It
That's
turned the
you.
whole.
That's what's in you. And she saw that. That.
I thank the Lord, because we all have our moments, but like I think she definitely, was able to feel that, and that it impacted me, because it was just like, wow, she actually got off the phone, even though she can't pay her bills because, like, something's going on with her taxes and IRS, like, and that's frustrating.
And yeah, like
that's
that's a really deep.
That's deep. Yeah, I didn't want to tell y'all this, but that was a situation. Like, imagine I can't pay, like, I gotta, and I'm like,
That is deep.
yeah, they won't give me my income because you guys messed me up. And it's like, okay. But to get off with okay, we're gonna figure this out. Uh, I'm gonna leave here with, on a positive note, realizing that you can impact a person in that way by being loving, kind, positive, showing love. Going back to what we all just said, I think is amazing. But then we wrap it up. Y'all got any last words? We're moving over to poetry. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think honestly, you just don't know the power of your words. I think that's like the best way to sum it up. You don't know the power of your words. Whether to build someone up,
Yeah.
or to tear them down. And so by recognizing what power you have in your words, I think you can be a lot more careful with them.
Hands down.
Thank you both. This was really beautiful
conversation. Amazing.
And I appreciate hearing from both of you very much.
Hey, it's always good. It's always good. We didn't get you to cry. I was aiming. I was looking. But look, next time. No.
Probably will be next time. You gave me a week off. Thank you.
All right. Love y'all. And E, I guess I'll see you in, wait, are you in sports?
Yeah. I said.
All right. Because I want to talk about what's her name. I want to talk about it.
Paige.
I want to talk about her.
Okay. Can you turn the recording? Well, I just have one team question.